Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and episode 6 of the TNA save on TEW 2020. Today, we are bringing you Genesis. This is our first pay-per-view. And while I'm happy with it, I am happy with what we put on the show, which I'll leave the full match card in the description. We've kind of fucked up bad. And the reason I say we fucked up bad is because we've got the pay-per-view airing on one provider instead of multiple providers, which, again, my bad, all right? My bad. Like, I'm still kind of learning with this game. Like, I've not really played it that much outside of the last few episodes, so naturally we'll learn as we go, but yeah, we fucked up bad. In regards to the rest of the show, however, we've got quite a stacked card. We've got the X Division Championship match where we have a mystery opponent for the Amazing Red. We've got a steel cage match for the Knockouts Championship, which naturally the beautiful people have been getting involved in ODB's business quite a lot over the last few episodes, costing her the championship and all of that. So that leads to tonight where ODB gets her much deserved rematch inside of a steel cage to prevent the beautiful people from getting involved. And one thing that pisses me off about steel cage matches is that it never seems to keep people out. It never seems to keep people from getting involved. Right? For example, like Cody and Solo are in a steel cage match next week on SmackDown, and I guarantee you're gonna get interference galore in that match. You're gonna get it. Like, steel cages never keep anybody out. Oh my god. We've got Hardy versus Desmond Wolfe for the television title. Hardy just recovering from a concussion, so we'll see how that goes. We've got Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels. We've got the tag team titles, Beer Money winning a tournament to become the number one contenders, and they'll face the British Invasion tonight. And of course, the main event, AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. That's the headline. That's the headline. That's the A+ match, right? So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Let's get on to Genesis. Okay, to kickstart the show, Genesis opens with a video package that highlights the major matches taking place on the show, with the focus largely being placed on the main event that sees AJ defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Kurt Angle. Mike Tenay and Don West introduced the show, putting over the fact that it's the first pay-per-view of the Paul Heyman era, and the first match of the night will feature the TNA X Division Championship as the Amazing Red defends against TNA's newest signing. So, we've highlighted the major feuds. On to the next segment. And the first match of the night, the Amazing Red defends against TNA's newest signing, Kenta. Oh, man. In a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat going into it, but the X Division storyline didn't. The Amazing Red defeated Kenta in 12 minutes and 21 seconds by pinfall with a Red Star press. The Amazing Red makes defense number 5 of the TNA X Division title. So Kenta has made his debut in TNA, and it got quite a good rating as well, 63. I think that's our highest rating for an X Division match, which is incredible, but Kenta himself was incredible. So the match got the crowd hotter, great. Kenta had an in-ring performance of 55. The Amazing Red had an in-ring performance of 65. So Red on his game tonight. Good. We want him to be on his game for the pay-per-view, man. But overall, not bad. Our highest rated X Division match so far. And Kenta, he's a much needed addition to the X Division, because let's be real, the X Division, it's lacking depth, man. It's lacking depth. So Kenta will certainly add to that. But the Amazing Red holds on to the championship. What do we do next with Red? Well, you'll have to wait and see. All right. A video package that recaps the rivalry between Tara and ODB over the TNA Knockouts Championship, and it highlights the fact that the beautiful people have prevented ODB from capturing the title at every turn, and Tara's alleged alliance with them, which led ODB to challenge Tara once again for the Knockouts title, but this time inside of a steel cage. We went over that in the intro. The beautiful people constantly getting involved. And there's no other way to settle this than inside of a steel cage. But again, one thing that does piss me off about steel cage matches is that there's always interference. But we are going to do it slightly different, all right? Okay, Tara and ODB inside of a steel cage in a decent match. ODB defeated Tara in the cage in 11 minutes and 53 seconds by pinfall with the BAM. Not TKO, the BAM. And ODB is your new Knockouts champion. Wow. A cage match with no interference. Revolutionary, guys. I know. But the announcing lifted the match. The color commentary lifted the match as well. And the storyline gained heat as well. Tara was clearly the best performer out of the two. But to progress the story, it just seemed like ODB should win the title. Because all these constant interference... Okay, here's my thinking, right? If Tara retains the title, right? Where does the story go from there? Because once Tara retains inside of a steel cage, then that's it. ODB is not in line for another shot. So in my head, I'm going, right, okay, to keep the story going, we need ODB to win the title. So that's where I decided to go with it. But Tara's not out of the story yet. No. Tara will still be involved. But right now, ODB is your Knockouts champion. And a 53 rating for that. So it is what it is. But it gained heat too, so not too bad. Following the match, after defeating Tara in the steel cage and becoming Knockouts champion, ODB is attacked from behind by Velvet and Madison once again. But Tara makes the save, helping ODB chase off the beautiful people, proving that she was never aligned with them. Tara then turns towards ODB and raises her hand in victory and leaves the ring as a show of respect for the new Knockouts champion. So Tara was not aligned with the beautiful people. Velvet and Madison kind of created this illusion in the head of ODB, and it just is what it is. But where we go from here, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. The segment, the storyline did lose heat, so we're pretty much back where we started, pretty much. But the announcing quality lifted the segment, so that's a plus. But a 45 rating, oh boy. But hey, it moves. Okay, cutting to the backstage area ahead of the tag team title match. Rude and Storm are interviewed backstage by JB, who highlights the fact that after winning the #1 contenders tournament, that also involved the Motor City Machine Guns, the Young Bucks, and Team 3D. Beer Money are finally getting their shot at the British Invasion and the World Tag Team titles. Rude and Storm highlight the ongoing feud with the British Invasion that started at Bound for Glory, and ever since winning the World Tag Team titles, they've done everything in their power to avoid defending them against Beer Money. But that all comes to an end as Rude and Storm vow to defeat the British Invasion and walk out TNA World Tag Team Champions. So, a 52 rating on that one. JB did well, the announcing lifted it, and this angle got the crowd hotter, so more great for me. Storm did struggle when going off script, so we may have to adjust that ever so slightly, but a 52 rating ain't bad. We move. Okay. Beer Money and the British Invasion. In a decent match, Beer Money defeated the British Invasion in 14 minutes and 29 seconds when Rude pinned Magnus with a DWI. Beer Money are the new TNA World Tag Team Champions. Magnus was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. Again, that's a recurring thing, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do with the British Invasion, guys. I really don't. Like, Doug Williams is clearly the superior, like, performer of the two. Magnus isn't ready for a singles run yet. Not a chance. He's not ready for a singles run. Like, we need to do something here because... maybe form a stable with the British Invasion or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Doug Williams had an in-ring performance of 60. Magnus had an in-ring performance of 45. Storm had an in-ring performance of 64. And Rude had an in-ring performance of 65 as well. So Beer Money, it was the right decision to put the titles on Beer Money. It absolutely was. The TNA World Tag Team title storyline has advanced with the segment, and it's gained heat as well. Rude and Storm showed excellent chemistry teaming together, and a 65 rating too. So, yeah, pretty good. But again, I don't know what I'm going to do with the British Invasion guys. I don't know. Let me know what you think. A video package recapping the rivalry between Samoa Joe and Daniels is shown, highlighting the fact that Joe believes that Daniels cannot win the big match and is not capable of winning the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's pretty much what the entire feud is built on. It got a 58 segment rating, and it gained heat as well. So the video package done its job. But we move on to the next segment. Okay. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Samoa Joe defeated Daniels in 17 minutes and 51 seconds by submission with a Coquina clutch. Samoa Joe and Daniels don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward... I find that very difficult to believe, because their matches were incredible. Like, I find that very difficult to believe, but it is what it is. Daniels hinted at a face turn, but it got little reaction. He's just not very good at playing the role. Yes, we know, but the plan is to turn him face anyway. I don't know, 57 rating, man. I was expecting better than that. I was expecting a lot better than that. But hey, it is what it is. Samoa Joe beats Daniels, and we can now move on with that story as well. Okay, after defeating Daniels, Samoa Joe grabs a microphone from ringside and states that he will be keeping a close eye on the world title match between AJ and Angle. He then goes on to say that no matter who wins the match, he will make his presence felt in a big way while holding his Feast or Fire briefcase above his head, teasing a potential cash-in. So a segment rating of 54 on that one, but we're progressing that with Joe potentially going after the World Heavyweight Championship, which all depends on Styles and Angle. So it is what it is. Not a great rating, 54. The Joe Daniel stuff is just, it bombed. It absolutely bombed. Okay, Desmond Wolfe is interviewed in the backstage area by JB ahead of his match with Jeff Hardy for the TNA television title. Wolfe states that Hardy made a huge mistake by returning to TNA, and not only will it cost him the TV title, but it will cost him his career. And tonight, Wolfe will finish the job, referencing the attack that Wolfe did on Hardy and gave him a concussion. So, a 53 rating. I'm a bit worried about all these 53, like these 50 rating, bruv. Not one, a couple of high 60s, but nothing really major to talk about. The performance of Desmond Wolfe was good. Desmond Wolfe did a masterful job of improvising interactions with the crowd, and the announcing lifted the segment. JB was a bit meh, so I don't know, lads. I'm worried here. I'm worried. Okay, Jeff Hardy and Desmond Wolfe in a bout that had great heat and good wrestling. Desmond Wolfe defeated Jeff Hardy by stoppage when Jeff could not continue, referencing the concussion. And Desmond Wolfe is the new television champion. Jeff Hardy had an performance of 70. Desmond Wolfe got a 63. And the storyline did lose heat, but it's got a lot to a point where it's not really a problem. 65 rating overall. I mean, I don't know, man. I was expecting better than that. Like, maybe I'm going crazy, but it just feels like I'm getting not as good a ratings as I thought I was going to. It is what it is. We move. All right. And despite the ref stopping the match, which resulted in Desmond Wolfe winning the title, Wolfe continues his assault on Jeff Hardy, but before he can do further damage, the lights have gone out in the Impact Zone. It's complete darkness, and there's a spotlight in the middle of the ring. Hooded figure standing right in the middle. Who is it? Sting. He's made his return to TNA after a 3-month hiatus as Wolfe exits the ring. 67 rating for that one. Sting is back. Where we go from here, I don't know, but Sting is back in TNA, and it will progress the story from here on out. 67 rating, pretty damn good. We move. After Mike Tenay and Don West discussed the return of Sting to TNA, they turn their attention to the main event as AJ Styles defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Kurt Angle. The match is billed as the two best wrestlers in the world going head to head. They show the footage from Angle defeating Lashley, which saw Angle become the #1 contender. But footage is also shown of Styles winning the TNA World title, where Sting went after Morgan and Styles hit the 450 on Angle, allowing him to win the title. And it also highlights, well, again, we talked about that. And while AJ has defeated the likes of Sting, Samoa Joe, and Daniels, he has yet to defeat the man who held the title before him. So, it builds that tension. Can Styles beat Kurt Angle? We're about to find out. 72 segment rating. I like that a lot. We move. And in an exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Kurt Angle with a Styles clash. AJ retains the World Heavyweight Championship. AJ with an in-ring performance of 86, Angle with an in-ring performance of 93. The match got the crowd buzzing. 72 segment rate, and I expected no less from those guys. AJ and Kurt absolutely smashed it. We move. And to end the show, after Styles retains the World Heavyweight Championship, he offers Kurt Angle a handshake as a sign of respect. And while the outcome of the match wasn't what Angle wanted, he accepts the gesture and shows AJ respect by raising his hand in victory and vacating the ring. But before Styles can celebrate, Samoa Joe attacks him from behind, teasing the Feaster Fired cash in, but he doesn't do it. Instead, he grabs a microphone and states that he wants AJ Styles at Against All Odds, and that's when he's going to cash in the briefcase. So already you've got your main event for Against All Odds set right there, following the main event. 74 segment rating. I like it. The performance of Kurt Angle was good. Samoa Joe was underwhelming. Okay, that seems to be a recurring thing with Joe. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Let's move on to the whole show rating, shall we? Okay, we got a 64 overall rating for that show. Not great. Not great. I guess the main event kind of saved it a little bit. You know, Beer Money and the British Invasion did well. The X Division match did well. I guess the Daniels and Joe match kind of brought it down a little bit. Desmond Wolfe and Jeff Hardy did well. So did Sting returning. And the knockouts, that could have done better, man. That could have done better. But again, like I told you guys, we kind of fucked up with the network stuff, so maybe we need to look at that. But overall, decent show, and it progresses the story. But we move on, huh? We move on. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and until next time, I'll see you in a bit. Take care, and you know the rest, lads. Peace.